Hi, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Lunch with Leslie. I'm your host, Leslie Nance, and we have a very, very special edition of Lunch with Leslie because today we are at FoCo Cafe and we are being supported by Valley Fig today, and that's why we're at the Valley Fig page. And I actually came to the kitchen early this morning. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you. Hi, Dina. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. I actually came to the kitchen early this morning and made some little cakes. They're like very rustic little cakes, and I'm going to show those to you in just a second and tell you how I made them. But first, I just want to welcome everybody. So I'm surrounded by stainless steel. It's because I'm at the FoCo Cafe kitchen today in Northern Colorado. It is Northern Colorado's only nonprofit cafe, and they actually have a beautiful service for food, and we're going to talk about that and what they're serving today as well. But we did a very special dessert. Hi, it's good to see you, right, Sarah? I know, I told you, it's a very special edition of Lunch with Leslie today. So I want to welcome all the Valley Fig grower fans that are out there. These California figs are amazing and versatile. If you've been watching me all week, you know that we made an almond cashew milk. You know that we made an amazing, we made some amazing recipes last week with the figs. We made a pizza with them. Tomorrow we're actually using a winter squash, and we're going to use winter squash with bison and wild rice mix and the figs, of course, and we're going to make this really delicious recipe. So I'm super excited to share that with you. But today I came to the cafe at about 8:30 this morning. Hello, it's good to see you. Thank you guys for being here. I came to the cafe at about 8:30 this morning and I started prep work, and I love working in commercial kitchens. It's so much fun, and they have a beautiful little kitchen here. And when I got here, it was just me, and then I turned around and then it's like full of volunteers. Like I didn't snap my fingers, but somebody did, and it's just full of volunteers. And so it was such a beautiful thing, and this whole cafe is run by volunteers, and we'll talk more about that. But first I want to show you what we made today. And we made these gorgeous little, look at this. We made these gorgeous little cakes. And they have made with coconut flour. They're made with a lot of eggs. In fact, you separate the eggs from the egg yolks from the egg whites, and you whip the egg whites to make them nice and kind of fluffy and rise, because we've used no leavener in this. Of course, it has the figs in there, and they have ginger. So they're a ginger, coconut flour, fig little cake, and you can make them in little individual pieces, like we are little individual cups like we did today, and they are so gorgeous. Don't they look amazing? They are really rustic looking. They would be perfect for the holidays, and today I have to tell you, we've already served one whole tray. There's a whole other tray to go, but I have a feeling, I've heard people say, yeah, I want to try the fig. So who doesn't want fig cake, right? And so we made those this morning, and if you want the recipe for this, you can go right to my website and check that out. And I love. In fact, let's just take one here and have a look at it up close and personal. Look at that. Look at that. Why am I tilting? Hold on. I'm like losing my camera slowly but surely. Can you hold that? I see what's happening. Okay, sorry. We have a tripod adjustment here. There we go. Now we're okay. Sorry about that. I kept like lowering and lowering and lowering, and it's because my tripod was drooping, right, Karen? Karen's like, oh, now I can see you. I know, right? Whatever, that was crazy town. So by the way, you guys, let me introduce myself really fast, which I didn't do. I'm out of my element on a Monday, but my name is Leslie Nance, and you are watching Lunch with Leslie. We are live here with Valley Fig Growers, so thank you, Valley Fig, for donating the figs for our little fig muffins. We're going to break into this one in just a second. They were so generous to give us the figs for this recipe today to serve our community here in Fort Collins, and we're so appreciative of that and their dedication to helping community, because this is a nonprofit cafe, and the idea behind it is that you pay what you can. If you want to volunteer your time and pay for your meal, you can. If you want to pay for your meal with cash or credit, you can. If you want to pay for your meal and somebody else's, you can. And if you don't have the money to pay for your food, you still can come and have a meal here. And so we serve all parts of our community here in Fort Collins at the cafe, and it's such a gorgeous concept. And so it's good to see you again. Thank you, Joy, for being here. And so this morning, Valley Fig donated these beautiful figs that are covered with powdered sugar right now. But look at that. I know, they are so gorgeous. They have a minimal sugar, actually, even with the powdered sugar. They have minimal sugar, but they have the ginger and coconut flour. And the figs, of course. We use lots of eggs. I just want you to know that I'm kind of Wonder Woman today, because I get here and I'm used to working with a hand mixer to get the egg whites to come to stiff peaks. And they're, oh, well, we don't have that. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Give me a whisk. I'm doing this. So I whisked 24 egg whites today, and I feel like I have muscles now. My arm is like really tired though. It feels like really tired. But you separate those egg whites from the egg yolks, and that's actually what acts as the leavener with the flour, and it's so amazing. And so this is what we made today. And I made about, I want to say that I made about 80 of these this morning. So I'm going to break it open for you so you can see. Look at this. Look at that. They're so beautiful inside. Look at that. They're figs throughout. Actually, this one doesn't have any figs right in that one spot where I broke it, but they do have figs throughout them. They're sweet and delicious. I don't think a vegan would want to eat this because it is full of eggs. I don't think you could use enough flax eggs to do this recipe. The recipe is on my website. Let's see. I know there are figs in here. I break it again. There's no figs. No figs on top. Thank you, Annalise. Thank you. They're really beautiful, and the recipe is on my website right now. I'm going to have another bite, though. No problem. The figs on top actually get crunchy and chewy, and they are delicious. They are so delicious. Let me hand you that. You should have a bite. They're delicious. No. And this one didn't have any inside the cake. But the cake is actually full, absolutely full of the figs. We used, they're good, right? We used 8 cups of figs this morning to make 80 of these. So we used a lot of figs. And I hand cut them all as well. So we spent a lot of time, right? We spent a lot of time on the cutting board making the, cutting up all those, slicing up all those figs. So absolutely delicious, and Valley Fig gives us the freshest of the fresh dried. They're actually dried figs, but when you take them out of the package, they're very moist and chewy and delicious. Oh my gosh. So I want to show you what's going on behind us. You see over here that we have a, actually, I'm gonna let Jeremy tell me about what he's doing since we don't have a line. Sure. Jeremy's going to tell us what's for lunch today. And by the way, if you're in Northern Colorado, hello. Sonia, that's a great question. Do I volunteer here often? I do not, but I have to tell you that Robin and I are going to be here the day before Thanksgiving, helping out, prepping for Thanksgiving dinner, and then, but working in the kitchen today, I learned something about myself. And that was that I love the fact, wow, I really just got a punch of ginger. Could you get the ginger? You get that ginger on the back of the tongue, and it's like, woohoo, it's like a party. Here, I don't want to eat the whole time I'm on camera here. But I learned something about myself. I learned about cooking in a commercial kitchen, which I don't get to do very often. And I also learned about how I really loved the idea of making something to feed my entire community. And so I have a feeling that they're going to get tired of me. They're going to be like, really? You're here again? So, all right, so we are, if you don't know, we are at FoCo Cafe in Fort Collins, Colorado. Northern Colorado's only nonprofit cafe where we serve our entire community, regardless of your ability to pay. They serve the entire community, and we love that about them. And so this is our chef. You want to introduce yourself and tell them?
Nice to meet you. I'm Jeremy Jazaglu.
Yeah.
I'm the cook here at FoCo Cafe. I do all the sourcing of the ingredients and cook all the food. A few help from my employees and Mallory's. And so, you want me to just tell them about the ingredients today that we did?
Tell them what you did today.
We predominantly do salad, soup, and bread here at the cafe. So I just try to mix and match those as much as possible. What we have today for salad is our traditional apple and red onion and a Dijon vinaigrette salad. It's going to be paired with the quinoa and a bunch of vegetables minced in there. Add some flavor. We always have 4 different soups. Today I have the spicy tomato pesto. I have a vichyssoise, which vichyssoise is the French version of a gazpacho. It's traditionally a cold soup, but it's potato and leek soup with a cream base. I'm serving it hot today. Next, we also have parsnip and apple soup. I'm topping it with some preserved black walnuts, and then I have a chili today as well with some beef that we got from a local supplier. Cindy Mason donated a little cafe to us, so we've been throwing beef in here and there.
I love it.
We've been experimenting with all kind of ways
and it's
to
the
do
perfect
beef.
time of year too.
Yeah,
because
it's good.
It's getting
nice
chilly.
Nice and chilly. People are coming in for
hearty.
soup.
Yeah, very hearty, and you get those raw foods, which we love, and then you get these beautiful soups to select. So
Absolutely.
I love the tomato.
We always finish it off with a corn muffin or an almond cake, and today Leslie made the big treats, so they're all looking good and they're going really fast.
I know. Look at this whole
we
tray.
We got one more tray left.
I know, we
so
got
come
one
on
tray.
down and get it if you want.
Look at that. Aren't they beautiful? They're so gorgeous.
Anybody hungry now? I could do a plate for somebody. We could show people kind of what a plate would look like here at the cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will definitely be getting lunch for sure. So,
all right.
Yeah. So this was my prep station today.
Well, thanks, interneters.
Yeah. Is the fig spread available in California? I don't know the answer to that question, but I bet Valley Fig is here with us and can help us with that information for sure. Because I don't know. There we go. Right. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. Getting lunch right now, and you can hear that it's full. There's all kinds of hubbub. Right. It is available. Yay, Scott! It is available. It is available. So my prep station was right over here this morning, and I created a lot of dishes. I just want you to know. There you go. Head to valleyfig.com for the store locator, and you can find the fig spread. So they do have this amazing. I'm going to move back and get out of the way here. They do have this amazing fig spread that is so delicious, and it comes in different flavors as well. So absolutely. Woo! It was like woo woo. Yes. Absolutely. So if you guys have not already shared out, if you'll share out with your followers on Periscope, on Facebook, and on Twitter, that would be amazing. Hi, Mom. It's good to see you. Hi, Dad. My mom and dad are here. It's good to have you guys. Yes, for sure. Have a look. Absolutely. Have a look. You can also just buy the figs. We use mission figs today, so the difference between a mission fig and a golden fig is the color, of course, and then also the flavor. The mission fig is really sweet, so they go really, really well with the desserts. And so when I make a dessert, I always think about the mission fig. Now, we made candy last week with the golden fig, so we have the golden fig that we used last week that we stuffed with walnuts, and then we dipped in chocolate. And then, of course, we also used the golden fig, which has a more nutty flavor, with the almond cashew milk that we made last week. So amazing. And so it is absolutely National Fig Week this week. It has been from the 1st into the 7th. And tomorrow we end National Fig Week I'm all sad. But tomorrow we're ending it with a very savory, delicious recipe, and so you want to for sure check that out. It is because it's National Fig Week, and we're celebrating here in the FoCo Cafe with our community, with all members of our community here. And Valley Fig actually donated those figs that we used today, so thank you, Valley Fig, for that. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of the cafe here, and we'll continue on our journey a little bit. And yes, yeah, absolutely. I want to introduce you to Mallory Andrews. I'm putting Robin in a corner. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to let you do that, honey. I told you that's what you were here for. I'm going to come over here. So this is Mallory Andrews. Mallory is the executive director here of the FoCo Cafe. Can you turn us just a little bit? There we go. Thank you. She's the executive director here at the FoCo Cafe. And tell us a little bit about what you do here, and tell me in your words, actually, what you do at the FoCo Cafe.
I say I wear a lot of hats. I basically do everything on the nonprofit side. So oversee day-to-day operations, but mainly doing fundraising, outreach, social media, marketing, event planning. The list goes on. Grant writing, financials, payroll. I'm a human relations person. So a lot of work, but it's awesome. I love it here. It's been a lot of fun.
Good. You wanted to show us something here.
Yeah, so while we were in the kitchen, I figured we could talk about kind of one of the ways that we try to reduce food waste. So as the cafe goes, we are not a no-waste restaurant, but we strive to be have as little waste as possible.
Sure.
So if you can see behind us here, we've got a volunteer who's scraping out every single bowl and plate that someone finishes. So before we even go to wash the dishes in the water, the plates, the bowls, everything's pretty much, it looks clean. It's been all wiped out into different buckets. We have a bucket that has kind of the good scraps in it.
Oh, I used that this morning.
Yeah.
So there's like little fig bits because of the stems. I actually removed the stems for the cakes today, and Jeremy had me put it in the good waste bucket.
That's right. So this goes to goats, chickens, pigs in town at local farms, and then we also have our composting bucket that goes to John, the worm man, and he comes by and he has a big composting operation that
Did you say John the worm man?
Yep, that's what he's known
I love it.
And yeah, so he goes around and he works with a bunch of different restaurants, but he is the composting and he helps us with our food waste a lot. And
that's great.
We obviously have our recycling and then our regular trash. And we produce less trash than my personal household of 3 people.
Wow.
In a week.
I know that there was a really conscious effort in the kitchen today when I would wash my hands, because I was working with dough, and so I had and batter, and I had to wash my hands a lot, and cutting figs. And so every time I wash my hands, I was actually asked to wash my hands and put the paper towels right back here so that you can scrape out the bowls and everything. So it's even that thoughtful that they're using their paper towels from hand washing, because you wash your hands a lot when you're in a commercial kitchen, that they even save those and do not put them in the trash, and they actually use that to wipe out the bowls before they put them through the dishwashing process.
So save water, save food, plate small, to try and reduce that kind of aspect of food waste. And then we encourage seconds, thirds, fourths. Like, we don't want anyone to go hungry, but we also don't want to waste the food if they don't like it.
Right.
So, try everything and anything, and then come back for something that you really like it.
I love that. I'm sorry? Yes, and so you can find them at fococafe.org. And learn more about what they're doing, and maybe this will inspire you to find somewhere local where you live that has the same type of process. And they do a great job here with keeping everything very managed and sustainable. Not just community awareness, but also environmental awareness, local awareness. There's a lot going on, a lot of factors that go on to make a cafe like this run. And so Yeah, I mean, down to the fact when I signed in, they asked me how I got here today. Did you come by bike? Did you come by car? I came in a smart. I almost put smart car because that's not like a normal car. That's not a normal car. So yes, I know. Isn't it such a great? I agree, Shauna. It's such a great concept for a cafe, and the food is delicious and it's wholesome. And if you look out in the cafe right now, there are all types of people dining together, and it's just an amazing atmosphere. And so we love that.
You know, Bob just showed up and he plays guitar for us
Oh,
a couple
good.
days a week, so we'll get some nice live music as well.
I love that.
And again, that is one way that people do volunteer their time. You don't have to wash dishes if you're a musician and that's what you're good at. That counts. If you want to go garden and that's what you're good at, that counts.
Yeah, and you have artwork and
so,
I mean all kinds of things around.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Books to read and
I'm sorry.
books to read.
Books to read, music to listen to, drinks available. It's amazing, amazing. So I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's here on Periscope. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dina D. Hello, hello. Can I donate my artwork? It looks like, yes, get in contact
Absolutely.
with Mallory here at their website. So
We have actually one of our biggest fundraisers of the year. It is our biggest fundraiser of the year. It's coming up December 5th. And we have a silent auction portion of it. And on that one day, we strive to raise enough to cover our rent and utilities for the entire year.
Wow.
So that donations for meals doesn't go to paying our rent, rather it goes back into the community.
back into the community.
So yeah, last year we were able to raise enough to cover our rent. So this year, rent and utilities is the goal. And so any kind of items that might make sense in a live auction,
I love that.
we're looking for baskets or bikes or anything that's new, obviously, and that might be.
And today, Valley Fig donated our figs for our treats. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing. They sent me a whole box full of figs, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ever. Oh, stop it, Scott. It is a normal car. Scott's saying my car is not normal. But they sent me a whole. I opened the mail, and I had this entire huge box of figs, and I was like, I don't know. Are we going to use all these figs? And I used every package that was designated today. I cut up I sliced 10 packages of figs.
Wow.
I sliced them for the cakes today by hand. But I have to tell you that unlike a lot of commercial kitchens I worked in, your knives are very sharp, and so it was really easy.
Yeah, we just had a professional come and help us out.
I know. I'm going to get them to sharpen
Volunteer
mine.
basis,
They
yeah.
have a knife sharpening person that does by hand. So
Really nice.
yeah. Amazing.
I was gonna say, if you weren't able to use all of the figs, we do have our fridge and our kindness cupboard outside.
That's right.
That it's for community to leave or take what they need. The cupboard is for non-perishable foods, and then the fridge is for produce, so fruits and veggies. So yeah, if there's extra things, they would definitely not have gone to waste.
Yeah.
We could have put them out there, and I bet they'd be gone by the end of the day.
There you go. There you go. I may have some extras after this week, so I'll bring them down.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
They gave me
or
some-
Jeremy might make some more fig muffins.
Right? I know they're pretty popular.
They are. Yeah. People love when we have new exciting little treats. So
Yeah,
it's
and
fun.
they're nice and sweet and kind of warm and I don't know. And when they a couple of people came in, they're like, oh, it smells like you're baking something. And I just pulled them out of the oven, so it was like, ooh, it smelled really good in here. So nothing like baking. So I'm going to show you those fig muffins one more time, actually. So excuse me, just a second.
John, you should come back here real quick. You should put John on there and explain and get
If you're
him
just
some
joining us,
time.
this is what we made. Thank you, honey. My husband is being the cameraman today, so right? Oh, we'll talk about that. That's a great question. I love that. And so this is what we made today. Are these beautiful, beautiful fig muffins? They came out gorgeous. They have this convection oven that just cooks them to perfection. We covered them with powdered sugar. They're made with coconut flour, so they're completely gluten-free. We used eggs. I used ginger, so they have a ginger flavor to them. So ginger is great when you want something to be sweet, but you don't want to use a lot of sugar. Spices like ginger ginger are perfect for that because they kind of fool the tongue into thinking that you're getting something sweet, but you're not. And so ginger's perfect for that. And the figs, of course, add that beautiful sweetness and chewiness to the entire muffin. And I put the figs, I slice them and put them all throughout the batter, and then also on top for a little garnishment. And then you get that little crispy, chewy stickiness on top. And if you want this recipe, you can go right to my website, go2kitchens.com, and see it right there. So check that out. And they're, which is rare. They are Robin approved. So you know if they're Robin approved, they're like seriously approved here. So, all right, I'm gonna put these back. But we're gonna interview somebody.
Yeah, we've got John the Worm Man showed up, so I figured we'd put a face to
The
the
Worm
name.
Man is here. I love it. See, gone, done. Sorry, Jack showed up.
We've got John the Worm Man here. He just
we
showed
just-
up right after we said his name. He must have
Right?
heard
He
us.
knew.
But this is John. He basically, he works with all the, not all, but a lot of restaurants in town. And helps us compost and, helps you with your business as well.
And
Here goes some coffee grounds.
there you go. So you're producing compost for dirt, right? So for soil revitalization and things like that, correct?
Soil enhancement.
I love that. Yeah. So what do you do with it after you're done with it? They go to back to farmers and
Retail it, resale it, wholesale it. And worms, they double their population every 3 months, so I sell them.
wow.
If I want to feed them more,
It's like full cycle. I mean,
Yeah.
really, we're just doing full cycle here. Feeding people, feeding animals, feeding the earth.
Yeah.
doing it
starving
all.
the landfill, feeding the world.
There you go. I love that.
Love it.
I want a t-shirt that says that.
We love this man. We love this man.
Right? That's really cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to say goodbye here to Valley Fig. We're actually going to keep our Periscope broadcast going. So if you want to jump over to the Periscope, you can. But I just wanted to show you what we made today and tell you that you can check out that recipe on the website. And a huge thank you to FoCo Cafe for opening your kitchen to me this morning and helping us celebrate National Fig Week here in such a beautiful way. This is such a great way we have one more day left of National Fig Week, but it's such a great way to end up the week on something that is so beautiful and such a great way to share our talents. My talent is cooking, and I get to share it with a lot of people today, and so that was it was a blessing. So thank you there, and thank you, of course, Valley Fig for providing all the figs for this show, and well, not for the show, but for for lunch today.
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you as well. Like I said, people love when we have fun little treats and little guest chefs, and so it adds a whole other element for us. So thank you.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys, thank you. We're going to continue on the tour here, so if you want to jump over on Periscope, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to lose Wi-Fi when I go outside, and so I only have one phone that can pick up that data, and so we're going to stay on Periscope, and I just wanted to make sure that you got it good. So check it out, valleyfig.com. Of course, you know that here at Valley Fig. Valleyfig.com if you want to buy figs to make these cupcakes or anything that you've seen here today, or anything this week you've seen, the recipes that I'm making. And then, of course, FoCoCafe.org, where you can learn more about this cafe. And then, of course, go2kitchens.com if you want to get that recipe that we made today. And so with a full heart, we say goodbye. Thank you, Valley Fig. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're in the kitchen, in my kitchen tomorrow, making that gorgeous winter squash that we're going to twice bake, and I have some major surprises with you. I'm just going to tell you that it involves figs and butter. That's all I'm saying. But we're going to twice bake that squash tomorrow with some bison and some wild rice, and it's all going to nest inside that squash. And so you don't want to miss the episode tomorrow. We're going to end up Fig Week on that. And with that, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody stay with me here on Periscope. We are not leaving Periscope. We have a big mute button right in front of our faces, but that's okay. So we're going to post that, and I'm going to try to move my cameras. Can you take this one off, actually? And we're going to see if we can't. Actually, we're not leaving here. There it goes. Okay. We're not leaving here on Periscope. I'm not going to have enough bandwidth to get us outside and show you into the cafe and areas. I've been testing it this morning, and so we need to stay here. But Valley Fig is still with us here. So thank you, Valley Fig. We're going to show you the rest of the cafe and how it works. So Robin's going to move the camera, and you're going to... They actually were on the radio show. FoCo Cafe was on the radio show on Saturday. Mallory was in the studio with us, and she did a great job. We had so much fun. So, all right, show us what you'd like us to see.
Yeah, okay.
Say hello, Steve.
Go ahead, Steve.
Steve's one of the volunteers here.
That's Steven. He's actually our second ever employee.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, we have 4 employees.
Second ever employee.
Barb's one of our awesome volunteers. She actually ran an event for us.
Hi, Barb, you're on camera. I know. Wasn't expecting this. Let's show what they see when they come in to
We've got a
order.
menu up here. It kind of shows our concept a little bit. Shows the way you can pay. We've got kind of our logo, and then the other side shows our values. Our core values over there.
Then we have our...
And then we have our lovely live music, of course. We have our house guitar. We also have a couple house guitars. Outside.
Okay.
So it'll be a summer thing, more or less. This is our merchandise table, and Sandy's one of our awesome core volunteers.
I'm not sure I can hear you, so... yeah. Go ahead. Say it again.
So this is our merchandise table, and Sandy, one of our awesome core volunteers here, she comes in nearly every day and helps us sell this stuff, and it makes a big difference. She's great. She is. Each month, it's almost like we're open a few extra days because of the work that she does for us.
I love that.
At this table. So, we've got our garden and recipe book. It's got gardening tips and recipes, all things that we have made in the cafe. All the artwork was done by local tattoo artists, all from different tattoo shops in Fort Collins. So each artwork goes with, this one's for the Mead Lemonade, so they all coincide with something. Yep, and we've got it all up on the wall, so we sell this. We also have the note cards with the artwork on it, and then the art show as well. So these are just really popular. Again, another community collaboration.
I love this. So they have these little tokens that you can buy to give out. You can give them to friends, so you could use them as like gift cards or something like that. You could give them to people that you think need them or that are in need, and they can bring them here and trade them for a meal. If you are local this is super important. If you're local here to Fort Collins and you shop at King Super, you can actually buy these gift cards, and you get how much? What percentage?
They're preloaded with $5, and then every time you go to load and buy your groceries with it, and you load more on, we get 5% of that amount from King Super.
5%. So every time you reload this and buy your groceries, they get 5% of that. So that's amazing. So that's important if you live locally. Yeah, that's okay. Please on by. We're gonna go outside and have a look. We're gonna go outside and have a look at the other projects that they do. Excuse us.
Food from the counter right there. Awesome. Thanks for coming.
Let's go have a look at, excuse me, at your water fountain.
This is our menu too. We're actually getting it redone. We have the same girl that did our nice chalkboard.
Oh, yeah.
She is gonna do this.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so it's gonna be new and improved here shortly, but it changes daily.
Sorry.
My pointed room?
Yes, and look right down here. Look here. Big cupcakes. Good.
This is Alicia. She is our board president.
Hi, I'm Leslie. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, stop out.
Yeah,
It's all right. Good thing.
lunch. It's our bar. Say hi.
All right, we're going to go outside
Yeah, we're going outside.
and have a look at
First, we're going to take one more look inside. To give you an idea of what's going on.
Thank you, cameraman.
Cameraman takes control.
Yeah, so somebody just asked if there's a garden out back. Of course, we live in Colorado, so we don't have year-round gardens here. But yes, there is some gardening boxes or some planter boxes out here that are sourced to not only for the cafe, but also for this really cool thing. And it's got some good stuff in it this morning. This is say it for me.
The FoCo Frige.
The Frige. So everything in here is free, and you take what you need, whatever it might be. You can, grab a snack. You could make somebody a pie. You
can drop off your, extra produce from your garden.
Yes. So it's a give and take situation here. So it's the FoCo Frige. It's so cool.
Yeah. And then so along with that, we have. So this is one of our 5 community resources, and they were all created by community members, which is really cool. Again, a really collaborative thing. Along with that, we have our kindness cupboard down over here. That gray
right here?
thing, kind of by the
right here.
We can
garden
take a
boxes.
look at it.
Sure. Yeah, it's
We
warmed
have
up a little bit too.
Totally portable camera.
Totally portable camera.
So this is the gardening space.
Yeah.
We've got the boxes basically are our property lines, and then we have actually most of our garden is back there, kind of hiding.
Yeah.
But the kindness cupboard was created and maintained by New Thought No Cove youth group. So a bunch of kids painted it.
Look at that. There's dry goods and.
Yep, we've got cereal, pasta, beans, canned foods. Dog food, which actually belongs in the giving tree, but it is
That's okay.
food.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go put that over there, and we can show you the giving tree while I do that.
So you can donate there. You can donate food, or if you're in need, of course.
We have our little outdoor library exchange that
I
I'm
love
sure
those.
most people are very aware of these kinds of things.
Yeah, those are really popular.
So there's that. And the giving tree was actually our very first community resource.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
But I see gloves and scarves and
all
dog
sorts of
food
stuff.
and
And we actually,
Yeah.
this is going to be revamped. You see, there's a bunch of dead space back there. We have a
Yeah.
group at CSU Engineers Without Borders that are going to add some shelving and
Excellent.
revamp it and make it a lot more useful. But yeah, this is a really highly utilized thing. And like I said, it was our very first community resource, and it was created by 2 women farmers in one day.
I love that.
And yeah, we love it too.
Little
so.
explanation here, and
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Now, one of I think that this is probably the coolest resource. Thinking about where we live here in northern Colorado, come with me, Robin. Where we live here in northern Colorado, it gets cold in the winter, and so if you don't live in a cold climate, you might not have the awareness that we have to do things like remove our, turn off our faucets and make sure that they're drained so that they don't freeze into our house. And I mean, there's lots of things that we have to be conscious of. And this is something that I think is so spectacular, and that is it will not freeze. Can you put it,
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
come over this way.
Yeah, there we go.
So this is a water bottle filling station, and it is on all year long, which is incredible because here in Colorado, we don't have that resource. So there might be a lot of outdoor spigots and things like that, but they're turned off in the wintertime, but this one is not. And so, so it's incredibly fascinating that you guys came up with this idea and discovered this need.
Yeah, so it is the only one in Old Town, maybe Fort Collins. I'm not sure. I can't speak on that. But yeah, it is all season, wheelchair accessible, and doesn't need to be winterized. And again, it was a community effort. This plaque here shows all the people that helped us raise the funds to get it in the ground, and then LK is the manufacturer of the unit, and they just said, yeah, come pick a color. We'll give you whatever you want. And then
that's amazing.
we had to, add all this concrete, so that's really where the funds had to come from. But it's really great, and you can see people using it all the time. And
well, it's
we're just
just,
really happy to
for
have it.
everybody, not just, just anybody that needs water, because hydration is,
Well,
especially in the winter months. We talked about this earlier about, or not earlier, but a couple weeks ago, about how important it is to stay hydrated, especially in the winter. So, so this is great that there's a resource that is not, like, you don't have to you don't have to fumble around looking for it. You're on your bike and it's like, hey, I need a drink of water, and you know where to get it. It's not frozen.
Exactly, and that's another thing about it is that it does kind of encourage alternative transportation.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bunch of it right now. It encourages people to use their bikes and to fill up their water bottles.
Yeah,
Steve
absolutely.
Steve's looking for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, there's that. And then one more thing worth mentioning is
Yeah.
that we do have this glass recycling container here. It's not typically one of our community resources, but it is a place where people can come and drop off their glass. I don't remember the statistic around it, but when you are recycling glass in your single stream recycling, I think it's like a shocking percentage doesn't actually get recycled. So to have just a glass recycling station without plastic involved makes for much more glass being recycled.
Absolutely.
So we actually get a report every month. I think we've saved like a couple thousand pounds of glass.
I love that.
The landfill, and that's not us. You know, that's community members that come and drop it off.
Yeah, of course.
So.
Of course.
Awesome.
Love it.
Well,
all right, we're
that's
going to
kind
go
of
inside and we're going to get lunch. And we're going to go through the line, and Mallory and I are going to grab some lunch and show you how that works, and then we're going to say goodbye. So thank you guys. It's kind of quiet out here, so I can say that. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to go see what's for lunch right now here on Lunch with Leslie, because it only makes sense, right? You use glass to cover your plants like a greenhouse, so that's very interesting. I love that. That's a great idea. That's a great way to recycle, for sure. So, hi everybody, it's good to see you. So come inside with us. We're going to grab some lunch, and guess what? I'm going to eat a fig muffin. Hey, I have powdered sugar on my feet, on my tennis shoes.
Of course you do. That's why you need closed-toed shoes.
There might be powdered sugar elsewhere in that kitchen too. I mean, I'm not saying anything, but I am kind of messy when I cook, so. So just another shout out to Valley Fig today for donating the figs for the muffins that I made today. Or they're actually little cakes. They're little rustic cakes. And we're gonna order some lunch here. So you pay at the end, right?
That's right.
But there's no one. So you pay at the end, but there's no one standing there asking you to pay. It is up to you to do so. There's an iPad down there, and then I think Steve is down there sometimes as well.
Sometimes it gets confusing.
Yeah. So, but if you can pay and you think that you can help someone else, you can also pay for yourself and someone else and feed someone else. So it's a beautiful concept.
We hang our menu items up here every day so you can see exactly what we're serving as you go down the line. And we always start with salad, and he'll typically ask you, exactly how many greens you want, and if you even want greens.
Right.
And if you want, your apples wet dry in the middle. In terms of dressing, it's very personalized. And, you can get a soup plate, you can get a bowl of your favorite.
I've seen some people get 4.
Yep, the plates. That's what I like to do.
Yeah,
I'm a big
all
soup
4.
person.
Yeah, I love soup too. I eat a lot of things out of bowls.
You try just about everything you want. So yeah, you should get a little bit of everything.
I'll get a little bit of everything, according to her.
We can do both the salad, yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of everything. I'll answer your questions in just a second. So, right, how do they support the business? So people do pay, people make donations, people volunteer, it's volunteer based. So there's a lot of different ways and resources for them.
What kind of soup would you like? You can make 4 options right here.
But I can't pronounce.
Pieces schwab.
You try more than one.
You can try. You try as
I
many
recommend
times as you want.
Okay, I'll take note. Oh, but then there's the chili.
Chili's almost done. About 2 cups. Do you want it now?
I'll forgo the chili. I'll take these.
Okay.
I'll leave the chili for someone. love it. Yummy. You know I love soup. I know. It is a lot of food, isn't it? I'm excited. Let's go sit down.
It's getting real close.
Yeah, you're just, it's getting real close to it. So I'm from North Carolina, guys, and I go to a very big church.
All right, so this is what is for lunch. Does anybody have any questions, right? Does anybody have any questions? That's what's for lunch right there. Is that amazing? I know, isn't it? They're playing a little music. It's such a fabulous atmosphere and place, and it's been full since 11 o'clock. It started at 11 o'clock this morning, and it's been full like this nonstop, right? You love it there. I know. It's amazing. I love it here too. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet for you to say that. So, yes, I love it here too. And again, a huge shout out to, I don't know. I'm not sure. We are in Colorado. We're in northern Colorado. No, I made them here. Pick it up. I made the little fig cakes here in the kitchen this morning. I've been here since 8:30 this morning, and if I look like it, I apologize. But I've been here since 8:30, and I made these beautiful little fig cupcakes to serve, and they're so good. They're totally gluten-free. Thank you so much. They are totally gluten-free. No, it is not. And they are made with coconut and fig and ginger, so they're ginger fig, and they're just slightly sweet, but not incredibly sweet. So, right? How many people there are working in the veggie garden? It's all volunteer based. So I asked Jeremy that this morning, how many people, and he said that he has about 6 volunteers on average a day that come in throughout the day that help him. So all you have to do is just go to the website and make them, right? 180s in Inglewood. I don't know how that is. But yes, it could be like that. So thank you. So this is a totally non-profit cafe, and you eat regardless of your ability to pay, and regardless of how much you have in your pocket. If you got $3 in your pocket, your lunch is $3. If you've got $100 in your pocket and you want to give $100 and buy several people lunch, you can. So it's completely up to you. You can also come and volunteer. You could play the guitar. You could play the drums. You could volunteer in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen with 2 volunteers this morning, and we had a lot of fun. You can garden, you can clean, you can do whatever you're good at. You can come here and give that, and get a meal, and maybe even give a meal. So, right? Right? So you got to make your Valley Fig order. You should, so that you can make the fig cupcakes. Right? I will totally take a picture of my food. I promise I will. I'm not going to eat in front of you guys, but I'll show you my plate one more time. Do that gorgeous plate of food. And here's the dealio about the whole thing, is that it's healthy. A lot of it is plant-based, a lot of it is locally sourced. It's made with organic ingredients. It's just good for you. And so feeding, a lot of times people that need help finding a meal, they don't always get a choice in the meals that they get to have, right? This is what we're serving today, and this is what you eat. But here, you get a choice of what would you like to eat, and you can come in and you can eat with dignity, and you can be part of the entire community. And I love that. And there's so many services that they provide to our community. So good on you, FoCo Cafe.
Each plate also has like a little fortune too.
Oh, I love that. That's so cool. That's amazing. There's a little fortune on each one. Yes, there are. You get healthy choices. And so I'm having a warm it's a potato leek soup with a fancy name. And then I'm having I can't remember the other one. It's an apple walnut something. So yes, with a salad and a quinoa salad as well. So, all right guys, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to FoCo Cafe for letting us be part of telling the story. Thank you to Valley Fig. Huge shout out. National Fig Week continues tomorrow. I will be in my kitchen tomorrow making a winter squash with bison Valley figs and butter. Oh wait till you see this, you're gonna freak out. It's so good. And wild rice. So you want to join me tomorrow. We're going to end up Fig Week on a good note, and I just wanted to be sure that because it's a National Fig Week, I thought it was a great time for us to show how we give back to the community, and Valley Fig to help us do that. So thank you to Valley Fig. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow on Lunch with Leslie. Check out the website, go2kitchens.com, valleyfig.com, and fococafe.org. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Thank you.